Hi everybody, welcome to our Yin Yoga session for today. I'm super pleased that everybody's here and we're ready to yogi out. Some of the things that I was talking about before we went live was maybe putting on an extra layer. When we're doing Yin, we can get cold. The other thing is our back of our head is going to be on the mat, so either let the hair down, let it loosen, or put it all the way up, but soft, right? We don't need to bring anything tight. You might want socks on your feet because we're going to be lying in poses for quite a length of time that your body may get chilled. So a blanket is always handy. And then for tonight's practice, we have 2 blocks and a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, a belt, a dog leash, an elastic band, like an exercise band, or a bathrobe, belt will work. Okay? So with that said, I'm going to get you started. So you're going to get you to lie on your back. So come down onto your mat. The other thing that's nice when we're doing Yin is to have, maybe a cup of warm water, maybe with a slice of lemon in it. Nothing cold that we're going to freeze our intestines or our digestive system. So come on down onto your back and let's take the legs nice and long and bringing each heel to the outside corner of your mat. And then bringing your arms down by your side. We're just going to settle in here for a couple of breaths. So close your eyes. Soften your forehead. Soften your cheeks. Soften your jaw. Fill your lungs up. So take a nice big inhale all the way through your nose, right through your nostrils. Exhale forcefully out of your lips. Do that a few more times. So nice big inhale to fill up your lungs. Exhale, let everything go. So we want to let go of everything that it took to get here to our mat today. It's done. It's in the past. Let it go. We also want to let go of anything that might be happening after our practice in the future. It's not going to serve us right now. So let's try and stay focused, stay present, and stay with our breath. Take a few more breaths here. And then let's rock our head side to side. Super slow. Nice little massage for the back of the head. And I'm sure you want to stay there for the next 16 minutes, but we're going to transition up to a nice chest opener. So I want you to grab your blocks, just to roll over just a little bit to one side. Now with your blocks, you're going to make a T. So one block's going to be long, and it's going to come back under your shoulder blades. The other block is going to come horizontal, so one vertical, and then the horizontal one where our head is going to come on. So then wiggle your shoulder blades and wiggle your head. And realign your blocks. And you take your legs nice and long and bring your arms out into a T if that feels good to open up your chest. Open up your heart. Open up your lungs. It's a nice supported fish. Find your breath. So nice and slow. Nice and long breaths. So feel your belly rise and feel your belly sink. So a couple of things as you're sinking heavily into your blocks and letting everything go, is with yin, we want to find a sweet spot. We want to find the spot that we really give in. We let everything go. We let everything get heavy. And at that point, when we find that sweet spot, that's when the magic happens of yin. The connective tissues, we get deeper than our muscles. We get into our connective tissues. We get into our fascia. And the opening up really happens. We have to give in. We have to soften. We have to let go. So feel your belly rise. Feel your chest expand. Feel everything sink. The longer we can hold our pose and get used to our yin practice, and it is just a practice. Okay? Every time we come to our mat, we're in a different spot or a different spot physically, mentally. So each practice is going to look different, feel different. We want to let everything go. We don't want to judge. Let your body be your teacher here. I'm here to guide us, but listen to your body as opposed to how do I look? Do I look right in the pose? Take it more to how do I feel in this shape? Am I softening my joints? Am I letting everything open? A nice big swallow. Soften your throat. Fingertips are soft. Perhaps they're even rolling in towards your palms, but they're light, they're soft. There's no tension. And on your next breath, let's just bend the left foot, or left knee, and then bend the right knee. Bring your arms down by your side with your palms down. Let's just hold it here for a couple of breaths. And then just slowly roll over to your left side, right side, whatever feels good to you. Should come up off of the blocks. And we're just going to move them out of the way, but you're going to keep one in one hand. So one comes out of the way, the other one comes in your hand. And you're going to roll back onto your back. Knees are going to be bent. The feet are going to be flat on the floor. Now press into your feet, lift your hips, lift your back. And we're going to bring the block on the wide side. So we don't ever want to support the thin side on our back. So either the wide side. So I'm going to start with the one block. You're going to bring it down to your buttocks and your sacrum. So we want the lower back to hang off of the block. This is an inversion and it is a back opener. Now, if one block isn't enough, I'd rather you take the two blocks horizontally and then again, find that spot at the very top, big back bend. So with our arms here, we can bring them by our side. You can take them out to a T, or you can bring them to cactus arms. Feel where you're going to be able to settle for a while. Now the knees can stay bent, or you can walk the heels out nice and long. And then notice the difference, how that lower back feels. So what we can do is keep the knees bent for the first little bit. We're going to hold this pose for about 3 to 4 minutes. So I'll give you a little cue when our back opens up, or if you feel your back starting to give and to sink in, then maybe then you might be ready. Your body might invite you to take your legs longer. And once again, we want to just settle down, settle into the pose, get everything nice and soft, nice and heavy. And know that when you give into your hips, give into your buttocks, get into your thighs, that block is going to support you. Get nice and heavy. Soften your eyes. Soften your cheeks. Soften your jaw. Back is heavy. So supported bridge, a great hip opener, quad stretch, getting everything nice and open, nice and soft. Continue to give in, succumb. Let gravity be your friend. Become aware of your breath. Notice your inhales. And notice your exhales. Finding a natural, slow rhythm. And just check in with your body. And if it's ready to take it a little further, maybe straighten the legs. See how that feels. And then let's move the arms from cactus arms out into a T. Again, the fingers are soft. Maybe they fall into each other. Nice and heavy. Creating lots of space into our lower back. Legs are heavy. Let them just fall, let the feet fall where they want to. Don't have to hold on. That block will support you. And let's bend the left leg and the right leg. Bring your arms down by your side, palms kissing the earth. Slowly press into your feet, slowly being the key word. Press into your feet, lift your glutes. Just slide the block away. Keep the glutes up. And we're going to drop down for a nice slow count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just take a nice deep breath here, fill up your lungs. Exhale it out. And bring your knees into your chest. Drape your hands over top of your shins or interlace your fingers. Bring those knees right into your chest. Realign your back. Find the stillness. There, bring the legs nice and long. You're going to lift up your hips and take your hips over to the right of your mat as you walk your feet to the left of the mat. Now we're going to move into Manasana or banana shape, a little crescent shape. So my feet are going to the left of the mat. Now play with your ankles. So you may want to take your right leg ankle over your left or left over your right. It's going to feel different on each side. You're going to bring your arms up overhead and then walk the hands to the opposite side of your mat. And then grab your right arm with your left wrist. And if you can keep your shoulder anchored. If the shoulder wants to roll up, what I would like you to do is either take your blanket or a little block to kind of give it some support. We're going to breathe to the right side of the body. Big stretch for that side. And then let everything soften. So the hips soften, your buttocks, your glutes soften. We give in. Closing down the eyes. Softening the lips, softening the tongue and the cheeks. Maybe keeping a little space between our teeth, between our lips. Feeling your belly expand through the right side of the body. Feeling your chest lift. Konasana is a very gentle shape, but it's very powerful. It connects to our urinary meridian, urinary bladder. So 67 acupuncture points working for us. And if you're using a block, we'll just move that softly out of the way. Then realign your body. So bring your legs back in line with your hips. Bring your arms down by your side with the palms down. And just connect back to your spine. Now we're going to pick up the hips and bring them to the left side of our mat as we walk our feet over to the right corner. And again, recognizing that each side of the body is going to feel different. And then bring the arms up and over. Again, if you want to use that handy dandy block or a blanket, want the world supported, we want that shoulder supported down to the ground or back out of the shape just a little bit. Find that little crescent shape. Make yourself a nice little banana, not too ripe. And then soften. So my right hand has my left arm, letting everything soften. You start back at the top of the head, soften the forehead, soften the eyes, soften the cheeks, and your jaw that holds so much tension into our world. Shoulders are engaged, creating space on that left side of the body. As we breathe through the left side, down into our belly. Check in with your toes, are they soft? Give them a little wiggle. And then let's just succumb and relish into this shape. More breaths. Come back out of that. Realign that lower body first. And your upper body, bringing the arms down by your side, with the palms down the ground. Check in. So we do yin, we do a shape, and then we always do like a counter pose. Not always, but counter poses are equally important for our body to settle into what we just put it through. Establish, neutralize, stabilize, and realign. All right, let's bring both knees into our chest. Give yourself a little hug. Try not to rock and roll unless it's killing you and you have to. We're going to go into my nice YT band stretch. So I'm going to drop the left foot down to the ground. I'm going to take my left ankle and cross it over my right foot. Using my right hand, I'm going to create some space by pushing the inner thigh so that the knee comes away. You do want to have your handy dandy block. So you want one block on the left side of your body. Go into a little rock and roll here. So first off, we're going, so my right ankle is crossed over my left knee. And you're going to slowly, slowly, slowly drop to the left. Then you can drop your foot on top
of the block. See how that feels. If you can get your foot down to the ground, go for it. You're going to take your left hand and bring it and see if you can cup your right ankle with it. Right hand is going to come to the T position, and your head is going to look towards the right. And then you're going to sink and soften and melt. And let your connective tissues open up into that whole IT band on that leg. We're going to sink in here. Go for a little longer on this stretch. It's not a stretch that we do very often. So I want us to be able to really marinate in the juices of this IT band stretch. So yin is sometimes very challenging for us North Americans with our, between everything going on all the time, or multitasking, monkey braining. So it's very, very positive practice, positive. It's almost meditative to a certain extent because we're staying in breath. Remember, my point of my story is if the mind starts to wander, bring the mind back to your breath. Just find a little mantra. I'm breathing in. And I'm breathing in. I'm filling your lungs. I'm emptying the lungs. I'm inhaling positivity. I'm exhaling negativity. I think you're heavy. Might start to feel that stretch right up into your glute. Let everything soften. That foot get heavy to the ground. More breaths. Slowly let go of your ankle if you're holding it. And bring yourself back up. We're going to uncross the legs, keeping the knees together, feet together. Arms come back to the side of the body. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to grab our handy dandy strap, wherever that might be. And we're going to interlace the strap on the bottom of your right foot. Right foot first. And then we're going to drive that foot, the heel straight up towards the sky. Now we're going to be respectful. We're going to create space as we go over the next few minutes. So find the spot where so the left leg can be bent if you like it straight out. My body doesn't like it straight out. I want my foot bent. Then you're going to walk your arms up the strap to bring the toes towards your forehead. I have a soft bend in my knee and my glutes are gonna stay down to the ground. I want to stretch the back of my body, my hamstring, that comes up my glute into the back of the knee. So as we go, we can find a little bit more space. So find that little sweet space that you're connected to your hamstring. You might be feeling this if you did Monday's class with me, because we did quite a few deadlifts. Lots of hamstring work there. So give into your body, right? Like get heavy, get soft. The strap will hold you up, but I want your arms down to the ground. So bring the back of your arms, your triceps down to the ground. Find that sweet spot. Your body will let you know if we listen. Sometimes I don't listen to my body. But if we listen, we can go, oh, it's ready. And sometimes I listen and I think it's not ready. I'm going to be respectful and get as much out of this stretch as possible for my body without pushing it too far. So I've spoken about it before, but in Yin, they have this Goldilocks principle, right? So not too much, not too little, just the right amount. So play with it. So you want to find stability, stillness, and stability. So when we find that stillness, that's when you go deeper past the muscle into the connective tissues. We want to get deep into those, right? That's where everything will really start to open up and flexibility will come a little bit easier for us. Gently see if you've got a little bit, any space been given, granted. Another analogy in Yin is our brain's not the boss, we're not the boss. Our muscles and those connective tissues, they're in control during Yin. Couple more breaths. Now soften through the knee, and we're just gonna let go of the strap. If you wanna reach up and get rid of it, you can. Now keep the leg up, but soften through the knee. Press away with that heel and bring the leg slowly, 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 all the way down to the ground. Check in with your body. And then we're gonna bend back knee, and you're gonna grab your block. And we're gonna bring the block back under our glute, under our sacrum. So right up under it. And then have both knees over top of your hips. You can stay right here, or you can take both knees straight up to the, or both legs straight up to the sky into, in Yin, this is referred to as a waterfall. So here you can get your legs really heavy. We're gonna let the abdomen get heavy. So feel your abs get heavy. Feel your ribs. Feel your back, your spine, your shoulders. Arms can be right down by your side with the palms down to the ground. Soften your eyes. And you may feel that your legs do a little bit of a wiggle and a wobble. That's okay, just let them be where they want to be. Soften through your toes. Soften the ankles.
and breathe. Maybe inhale, take a nice big inhale, inhale some gratitude for where we are, where we're able to be, that we're able to practice together. We're able to dedicate this time to our well-being. So inhale strength, exhale weakness. Legs at the wall or waterfalls. Powerful pose. It reduces anxiety, lowers blood pressure. So if we're ever feeling anxious, drop and lift those legs. Check in with your body. How does it feel? Then we're going to put a bend in the left knee. Bring that left leg down the ground. Put a bend in the right knee. Bring that down to the ground. Press up into your feet. Remove the block, but keep the glutes up. And don't get rid of that block. Keep it handy dandy. We're going to drop to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees into your chest. Use the weight of your hands to lower the heels towards the glutes. Stabilize your back. Nice long spine. All right, we're going to drop the right foot down the ground. We're going to take that left ankle, cross it over our right foot. And you're going to bring a block onto the right side of your body. Using your left hand, create some space. You might want to give a little push, let it fall in. One side might be tighter than the other. This side for me is super tight. All right, so finding that open hip. And the block is coming down the ground. We're going to roll over to the side. So drop the hips, drop the foot down the ground. So again, either down onto the block, finding the block, finding your hand to grab onto that ankle, seeing what it feels like there, or can you take it all the way down? Having your hand, left arm comes up and over to the side into a T. And your head follows that. So your head is looking towards the left, letting everything get heavy. So finding that may be uncomfortable. So we want to find, is it uncomfortable? I can handle a little bit of discomfort, but not pain. All right, so you want to be able to feel that stretch in the outside of your leg, wrapping around that knee, and then eventually as we get it open up, it'll come up into the glutes. So use the block to be your friend. Need to be. On your inhale, Inhale, confidence. Exhale, ego. You want to be confident, but we don't want the ego to come into the mat, come into your practice. That's where we're going to get hurt. Find your connection to your breath. Perhaps now that we're this far along into our practice, that maybe you'll notice that your inhales can get a little longer, and equally important, the exhales can get a little longer. So again, with that monkey brain comes through, another tip, a little trick is to count your inhales for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale it out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let everything soften through your legs. Let go of the tension. Find your stretch. Find your spot. And slowly we'll come back up. Uncross the leg, keeping both knees bent. Bring your feet together, bring your knees together. Bring your arms alongside your body. Find a few breaths of stillness. Maybe you're feeling what that side, that left leg feels like now. Maybe you get some pulsing. Maybe you have a little bit of throbbing. That's where we said we've made a difference. We've opened up some space. All right, we're going to take the strap to the left foot. Keeping a bend into that knee, and then we drive the heel up towards the ceiling with a soft bend. You want your tailbone down. You want to use your arms to bring that strap further, and then the arms are going to come down to the ground. So you kind of a little tripod. Point the toes towards your forehead. Soften through your shoulders. Find that stretch, the back of the leg. And as we move through our time here, we've got 3 minutes that we're going to be holding this beautiful hamstring stretch. We'll see if our body invites us to take a little deeper. So close your eyes and listen to your body. What are you feeling? Acknowledge what you're feeling, but don't judge it. You don't want to judge. You don't want to expect. You don't want to compete when we're on our mat. Soften your shoulders. Now if your body's inviting you to bring that leg a little bit forward, see what it feels like. jaw. In with your cheeks. Your eyes, your forehead, so everything's still soft. Big breath here. And then we'll reach up to remove the strap, keeping the leg up into the air. And put a small bend into that knee. And then straighten it back up. And slowly press the heel away from your body. Bring the leg super slow. All the way down, down, down. But find the breath. Let it hang out there for a breath or two. And slide that heel so both knees are bent. Let's walk our feet wider than our mat. Bring your arms out into a T. Let's do a few windshield wipers. So drop the knees over to the right or left, whatever way you started. Bring them back up. Over the opposite way. So super slow. Creating some space in the hips. And then we'll meet back up in center. And you're gonna bring the soles, so start to drag the soles of your feet together now. We're gonna go into a lying butterfly pose. So you'll need both blocks. So 2 blocks. And soles of your feet. Now play with that diamond shape. Want you to use the blocks to bring the floor closer. So either tuck the blocks underneath your knees, underneath the upper thigh, under both the knee and the thigh and the lower calf. Find that spot that's going to feel really nice. So lying butterfly, big hip opener, opens the hips. It stretches our groin. What else does it? Arms. We're going to bring the arms up overhead. You're going to make a diamond shape out of your arms. So rest one palm into the other. The other thing it does here is it's going to improve our hip flexibility. So improve our hip mobility. So I'm going to start us and then we'll see if we can work our way through this to get through it. We're going to work our way through it, of course, to remove the blocks. So blocks are not an aid, they're not a mobility aid. What they do are they bring the earth closer to us. They make everything accessible. They're a wonderful addition to our yoga props. So you want to find that spot in your diamond shape where the inner thighs are feeling the stretch. That you get some heavy and sink and deep. So we really create some space. The hips, the groin, and the thighs. Powerful pose here, plank butterfly. So on the inhale, let's inhale the word let. Exhale the word go. So let go. Why is that so difficult?
So we're just gonna fall into letting go. We're gonna trust letting go. Realize how valuable it is to us. Not just in our thighs and our body, but mental thoughts. Letting go. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you well any longer. Sometimes letting go of those mental blocks opens up other areas within our body. Physically, we feel better. Mentally, we feel better. We have to acknowledge that sometimes we're just not ready to let go, and that's okay too. Sometimes if we give just a little push, that doesn't serve us, can disappear. All right, bring your butterfly wings down. So bring your fingertips down by your knees and your outer thighs. We're just going to lift this up just a little bit. Now remove the block and see if you've created a little bit of space. We're going to hold it for another minute. Maybe the block has to come back under, but maybe it doesn't come as high up. Created some space. Maybe you can bring the feet a little further away from your body, your pelvis, or maybe you bring it up. See how that feels. Create a little bit more space. Slowly, once again, move those blocks. Use your fingertips, just your fingertips, to softly, softly, softly bring the knees back up towards the sky. Now take your feet wide as your mat or wider and drop your knees into one another. Know that they'll be supported right there. We should have 2-hour yin classes. You're going to bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. And then bring the feet up towards the sky. Reach up to grab the soles of your feet. And bring the feet away from one another. And bring the knees down into your armpits. What we call happy baby. So in Yin, we try to find stillness. Try to foster that stillness. So try not to rock your baby. Tailbones down. Soften your face, soften your thighs. Think about the tops of your thighs, your quads. We're getting a nice stretch, but can you soften? More breaths. You're going to bring the feet back together. In line with your hips, drop your feet down the back, keep your knees bent. Press up into a bridge. So just press your hips up towards the sky. And you're here for a breath or two. We're going to drop nice and slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're Bring both knees into your chest, drape your arms over top of your thigh, over top of your calves. Back is nice and long. Head and neck are in line with your spine. You're gonna look around your space to find your beautiful blanket. That blanket nice and by us. And whatever you want to do, if you want to rock side to side, just gonna set out for a nice warm, a nice long and restful shavasana. Take your left leg nice and long, bring that heel to the outside corner of your mat. Bring your right leg nice and long, bring that heel to the outside corner of your mat. Let your legs fall, your thighs fall away from another, knees fall away, feet fall away. You have to get up to wrap yourself up in your blanket. And I wish I was there to wrap you all up. Let's come on back down. And before we really sink, I want you to bring your hands on top of your eyes. So cup your eyeballs with the palm of your hand. Breaths here. And then we'll bring the arms away from our face. We'll bring the arms down by your side. You want to tuck your arms underneath your blanket. Get yourself nice and warm, nice and happy. So Shavasana, or corpse pose, is where we really give our body the time to process and transition what we just put it through. All the shapes, all the space we created, the stretches we gave. We're going to close our eyes. Soften. We're going to sink. We're going to melt and find moments of stillness and quietness. Everything's nice and happy. And continue to sink and melt and get heavy. Know that I'm here. I will bring us back in a few moments.
Ever so slowly, to start to bring your awareness back to your surroundings. Maybe make some small movements, tiny movements with your fingers and your toes. Maybe a little bit bigger with circles of your wrists and your ankles. Do a few one way, do some the other way. And as you slowly bring your knees towards your chest, roll over to the right side, using your bicep as a little pillow, hanging out here. And when you're ready, only if you're ready, using that upper hand to bring yourself up to sitting. Sit whatever way you like, whether you want your legs out or you want your legs crossed. Yeah, let's take a nice big inhale, bring your arms up to the sky. Join your fingers, join your thumb, join your palms. Let's bring our thumbs to a forehead for kind thoughts. Bring your thumbs to your mouth for kind words. And bring your thumbs to your heart for total kindness. Thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your space with me this evening. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed tonight's practice, everybody. And let me stop that recording somewhere here.